Hey guys, so tonight's cool. I had some technical difficulties. Facebook's been changing things a lot with permissions and stuff and Zoom, so I've been on Zoom chat. So there's a problem with the recording. So what I've done now is going to really just go over what we talked about, and it'd probably be a clear way of doing this. So there are two types of mindsets when it comes to life in general, and you've got a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Now, fixed mindset is limited, it avoids challenges, gives up easily, is threatened by other people's success, desires to look smart, effort is fruitless, ignores feedback, and has fixed abilities. That's a mindset you don't want to have, and funnily enough, a lot of people do have it, and it's usually a subconscious thing. Growth mindset is freedom. It's perseverance in the face of failure. So failure is a thing about learning. Effort is required to build new skills. So with you, it's like the workouts, the runs, the 10K walks, prep of food, all this kind of stuff. And obviously find inspiration in other success and even small wins. So when you do have something you post in the group, this is what we're here. We're there to support each other and help each other. And embrace challenges, because nothing in life worth having comes without a cost. You've got to work for it. If you win the lottery, yes, that's different, but that's very rare. And I'll get to it in a minute, but when you talk about people who are very successful in sport or business, they've been in the making for many, many years. So accept criticism is another one, growth mindset, a desire to learn and a desire to build abilities. So the two main mindsets we can have we navigate life with are growth and fixed. Having a growth mindset, especially for what we do, is essential for success. This lady here, she's in her 70s now. She's the link here is I'll upload the file as well so you can have a look. Very clever lady, Carol Dweck, and she's the one that sort of coined the expression growth mindset or fixed mindset. She was born in 1946. She's an American psychologist. She is the Lewis and Virginia Eaton Professor of Psychology at Stanford University, and she's known for work specifically on mindset. When you talk to me originally, most of this is mindset, and then it comes down to nutrition, and then movement, and then training. So this guy's she's a clever cookie. So I follow her stuff quite a bit. She was on the faculty at Columbia University, Harvard University, and the University of Illinois before joining Stanford University faculty in 2004. And she's a fellow of the Association for Psychological Science. So yeah, sharp cookie. I like her stuff. I read it. I follow her. I really believe in what she talks about. She personally teaches courses in motivation, personality, and social development. And a key contribution to social psychology relates to implicit theories of intelligence described in this book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. What the good thing about her is all her work is researched, and it's meta-analysis, and it's peer-reviewed. So it is really, really good stuff. Now, one of the most basic beliefs we carry about ourselves, Dweck found in research, has to do with how we view and inhabit what we consider to be our personality. And that's like when I talked about self-image. You don't always know pretty much what it is. It's through life's experiences and failures or successes and things that happen to you. You develop this personality. And we live out our lives according to this personality. So fixed mindset, shit, this is the way I am. I'm going to be fat. I'm going to be skint. That's tough, just the way it is. Whereas a growth mindset is I have challenges to face. I have things to do, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to take criticism. I'm going to work forward, and I'm prepared to make mistakes and fail. A fixed mindset assumes that our character, intelligence, and creative ability are static givens, which we can't change in any meaningful way. And success is the affirmation of that inherent intelligence, an assessment of how those givens measure up against an equally fixed standard, striving for success and avoiding failure at all costs, becoming aware of maintaining the sense of being smart or skilled. So it's a bit like confirmation bias, that one. Growth mindset, on the other hand, thrives on challenges and sees failure not as evidence of unintelligence, but as a heartening springboard for growth and for stretching our existing abilities. Out of the two mindsets, which we manifest from a very early age, like really early, I got taught this a long time ago. I think it's from about the age of 4 or 5, we have a fixed view on life. That's down to our peers and our parents. springs a great deal of our behaviour, our relationship with success and failure in both professional and personal context, and ultimately our capacity for happiness. And then that happens on through life. So we had lots of failures. We can, if we're not careful, see ourselves as a failure, or if we've been very successful at things, we then see ourselves as a success. These are Carol Dweck's exact words. I quote them per se. In a fixed mindset, students believe their basic abilities, their intelligence, their talents are just fixed traits, like nurture or nature. They have a certain amount and that's that. And then their goal becomes to look smart all the time and never look dumb. They want to prove themselves. In a growth mindset, students understand that their abilities and talents can be developed through effort, good teaching, and persistence, what I really, really believe in. So you've got to put the effort in, you've got to be taught, and you've got to be persistent. They don't necessarily think that everyone's effort's the same, or anyone can be Einstein, but they believe everyone can get smarter if they work at it. Like you guys, it's about, obviously, self-development is super, super important, and this is where I'm coming from. A lot of us are guilty of a fixed mindset without realising it. And this is where I'm going to sort of take Carol's work and I'm going to blend it in a minute with sort of James Clear's Atomic Habits. And I get this a lot with people. If you say I'm not a fitness type person, then that belief acts as an excuse to avoid exercising. So subconsciously you keep saying that to yourself, then that will be what you'll get. The fixed mindset prevents you from failing in the short run, so you'll have a go at being fit, but in the long run it hinders your ability to learn, grow and develop new skills that could be, 5k or 10k runs, marathons, triathlons, climb mountains. It could be take up boxing, it could be CrossFit, all these types of things. You've got to start thinking like that person. It's a bit like fake it till you make it. Someone with a growth mindset will be willing to try exercising even if they failed at first. They see failure and setbacks as an indication that they should continue developing their skills rather than single signal indicates, I'm not good at this. So if you're not getting it right in the first week or the second week or third week, don't stress it. You will get there. You've got to look at it as the failures as just signals, and you need to work from those. So for you guys, obviously, like, for example, consistently walking 10k a day, or doing the 500 rep challenges, or doing 4 or 5k runs a week, that's the pattern we're looking for. As a result, people who have a growth mindset are more likely or more likely to maximize their potential. And that's what I want for you, because it's great what I do, but at the end of the day, it's really about, I want you to be successful. And I think fitness and training and the right foods give you that baseline to work from. That's why with me, exercise is non-negotiable. Like this morning, I went to the gym early. First thing was coffee, gym, squat rack, lots of foam rollering, bench press. I got to train my son, which was good. Then I took the mountain bike out for an hour because I could, and then I walked as well. Growth mindset, they tend to learn from criticism rather than ignoring it, to overcome challenges rather than avoiding them, and to find inspiration in the success of others rather than feeling threatened. That's why it's really, really important that you do all acknowledge each other's successes, no matter how small. It's really, really important. Are your beliefs holding you back? So this is back to, I'm not a fit person, I don't run, I don't work out. Dweck's research raised an important question about the connection between what you believe and what you do. So at the end of the day, is your beliefs are pretty much you. If you believe things about yourself, and you might not even know this consciously, like it's hard for me to lose weight, I'm not good at being consistent, I'm not a natural walker or runner, I don't like working out, I'm not creative, I'm a procrastinator, then if you believe these things, it is kind of like, it's a big ask. So we've got to think about the self-image and how you think about things. Because you say it's hard for me to lose weight, well, guess what? You're going to make it hard work. It's pretty clear that those fixed mindsets will cause you to avoid experiences where you might feel like a failure. And I get this a lot of time, people, they don't start things like this program because they're scared of failure. Failure is good, it teaches you, and you're never a failure if you never give up. It's only when you give up 100% and quit, that's when you become a failure. It's like if you're on a diet or a training program and then you go on the piss for a few days and you think, oh, I've messed it all up, I quit. That happens a lot. I would say no. forget it, it's done. Ideally, it's only one night. Pick yourself up, get back, and move again, and it's all part of the picture. As a result, you don't learn as much, and it's hard to get better. What can you do about this? This is why I bring in James Clear and Atomic Habits. Really good book. It's down here on the right. I mean, Audible, or you can read it. It's to do with small, repeated actions, okay? And let's thrive and challenge. Don't think about the results. Although we do talk about the weight you want to be and the body you want, that's really, really important. What we do with Atomic Habits is, and the growth mindset, is stick to the process. Show up every day. Stick to the plan. Don't quit. Do it. Just keep repeatedly doing these actions on a daily basis, and that gives us the outcome goal. This is like behavioral process-based goals. And with a growth mindset, then you will be able to move forward with this. Eventually, results and self-confidence will be there, and you will see yourself as a fit, lean, strong person. So these daily actions need to be practiced every day. And I mentioned this earlier about my son, who didn't like boxing, didn't like football. I struggled with sport with him. Put him on a wakeboard at 10, and he loved it. And he was always the first one in the water, last one off, even in the winter. And I said, do the 10,000 hour rule, 10 years of coaching and practice and feedback and learning and criticism and hard work, and you'll become the best. And he went to Argentina in 2019. We all did. Flew to Argentina, and he was the first British kid to win the world wakeboarding title, the IWWF. Took him 6.5 years. So he did quantum leap a little bit, but it was linear, but then it went like that. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys to do with the weight loss and the fitness. And it's the same with people like writers, singers. You think about Ed Sheeran, you think about some great writers. Back to Shakespeare, you think about tennis players like the Williams sisters or Tiger Woods. You think about business people, love them or hate them, Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. These guys, when they were younger, they were practicing what they wanted to do when they were older. So they were in their bedrooms studying and learning and practicing and making mistakes. They weren't out chasing girls or smoking cigarettes or playing games. Man, the games went around them. They practice every day. So no one wins the lottery when it comes to fitness, business, being a successful singer, writer, being a good wife or husband. It's down to daily actions you take to get there. That's back to the 10,000 hour rule. And that's a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers. And this was really what I taught my son and also my daughter. And there's also a book called Talent Code by Daniel Coyle. And there is also Bounce by Matthew Syed. And they're all the very same thing about being in the right place at the right time, having the right feedback, putting the right effort in. It all comes together. Your identity is centered on being the type of person who does their craft each day. So if you want to be a fit person, you get up and you walk each morning, or you run, you do your workout, you prep your food, you do MRT training, you do your 5K run, you do it day in, day out, you practice your art, you think like a fit person, it will come. It's your daily actions that will change what you believe about yourself and the person you become. It's about setting a schedule, showing up and sticking to it, not making excuses and not being a victim. It's about focusing on building the right identity. And this is back to Maxwell Maltz, who was one of the original pioneers of self-development and self-development. Then he was 1960s, and it was Richard Bandler, who was NLP. And then after that, it came Tony Robbins. But like we spoke last week, if you go back all the way back to 2,000 years ago, it probably was Marcus Aurelius with meditations. And all this ties in exactly with Carol Dweck's research. So you need a fixed mindset as opposed to a growth mindset. And a fixed mindset comes with, you're going to make, a fixed mindset is limited. A growth mindset means you've got challenges, you're going to persevere, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to slip up, you are going to pick yourself up, you're going to go again, and you're going to embrace challenge, you accept criticism, and you desire to build and learn new skills. That is what I want you to do. And to do that is to do, like I say, we layer things on. So initially it's walking, changing nutrition, then it's putting some runs in there, then it's sort of MRT training or bootcamp style training or lifting weights. But we do it one step at a time. You start to think like that person, have a self-image in your head of the type of person you really, really want to be. And it's like fake it till you make it. And suggestion, auto-suggestion, the more you practice those thoughts, the the more the brain will focus its energy on them and filter everything else out. So day on day, you think about the walk, the food, all these daily practices, and the results will come. I think that is about it. Because like I say, I'm a good one. If you give me 2 hours to talk, I will talk for 2 hours. I want to do this under 20 minutes. On the live, I think we did 25. Now I've wrapped it down to about 15. So fixed mindset is what you don't want. Growth mindset is what you want to do. Daily habits will give you the result at the end of the day. But the daily habits have to be right. But if you do slip up, don't beat yourself up. Don't be negative about it. You fall off the wagon, fine. Pick yourself up the next day, get back on it. That is the growth mindset. And that's habits also. Be flexible. Be prepared to make mistakes. Be prepared to pick yourself up. Don't throw in the towel and have a tantrum. Just pick up and go again. Any questions about the books, message me or post below. And I hope that makes sense.